For the longest time, I thought testimonials were just there. You know, the thing you throw at the bottom of your sales page because everyone says you should have them. Then I started paying attention to the sales pages that actually converted, and I noticed something a little bit different. The best ones didn't just have testimonials, they had stories, specific stories from specific types of customers, and they were placed in specific spots. And when I started treating customer stories like a strategic framework instead of an afterthought, that's when everything started to change. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you the exact 3-story framework that turns casual browsers into buyers. But first, you need to understand why most testimonials do absolutely nothing. Real quick, I've built hundreds of sales pages in the past 3 years, everything from $47 digital products to $10,000 coaching programs. And the one thing that moves the needle more than anything else? Sales stories. Not features, not benefits, stories from people just like your customer. And this matters right now because everyone's getting smarter about marketing. Generic testimonials don't cut it anymore. You need strategic storytelling. Now, before I show you the framework, tell me in the comments, which do you trust more? A testimonial from someone like you or a testimonial from an expert? I'm curious to see what you say, and your answer, it might surprise you by the end of this video. And if you want weekly breakdowns on what actually converts in 2026 and beyond, hit subscribe. Now let me show you why most testimonials fail. Here's what everyone does with testimonials. They collect a bunch of 5-star reviews. They screenshot them, they dump them at the bottom of the page, maybe add a photo or two to create maybe a fancy aspect to it, and then crickets. Why doesn't this work? Because your potential customer isn't comparing your product to nothing, they're comparing it to doing nothing. They're skeptical. They've been burned before. They don't know if this will work for them. Generic testimonials like great product, 5 stars, don't address any of that. Here's what I learned after bombing 3 product launches in a row. Your customer isn't looking for proof that your product works. They're looking for proof that it works for someone like them. Think about it. When you're about to buy something expensive, what do? You Google it. You look for reviews, but not just any reviews. You're looking for reviews from people in your exact situation. If you're a 40-year-old trying to lose weight, you don't care about a 22-year-old gym bro's transformation. You want to see the busy parent who works 60 hours a week. That's the hidden truth. Testimonials are worthless unless they tell a story your customer can see themselves in. And there are 3 specific types of stories that do this better than anything else. But the third one is completely counterintuitive, and surprisingly, it's the one that converted the best for me. Let me break them down for you. But before I do, quick check. Have you ever bought something because you saw someone else using it? Comment social proof below if you have, because that's exactly what we're hacking here. The framework I'm about to show you is called Simple Sales Stories, and it's based on how humans actually make buying decisions. And here's how it works. The first story type is what is called the mirror story. What is it? You're showing your prospect that someone exactly like them, same age, same problem, same situation, bought your product and got results. Now, why it works? People trust people like themselves. It's called affinity bias. If they see someone who reminds them of themselves succeeding, they think, if it worked for them, it can work for me. Example, instead of this product is great, you want, I'm a 35-year-old mom of 2 working a full-time job. I didn't have time to meal prep or go to the gym, but this program gave me simple 15-minute workouts I could do at home. I'm down 20 pounds in 3 months without having to give up date nights. Do you see the difference? You know her age, her lifestyle, her constraints, and her specific results. Now, a common mistake, making the story about you instead of them. Your testimonial should sound like your customer wrote it, not like you polish it with marketing speak. Second type, the authority story. What is it? This is social proof from someone your audience admires, respects, or wants to be like. An expert, an influencer, someone with credibility. Why it works? We're wired to trust experts and authority figures. If someone we respect uses something, we assume it must be legit. An example, as a certified nutritionist who has worked with over 300 clients, I've tried every meal planning system out there. This is the first one I actually recommend to my clients because it's based on real science, not fad diets. Now, this works because you're borrowing credibility. If a nutritionist vouches for it, it must be good. What is a common mistake? using fake authority or people your audience doesn't actually know or care about. Your expert needs to be relevant to your specific audience. Now, here's the counterintuitive one that most people ignore, and it's the most powerful. What is it? Stories from 3 specific customer types. Old customers. We sold one to this guy 10 years ago and it still works. Regular customers. She bought one, loved it, came back for more. And tricky customers. He complained, we fixed it, now he's our biggest fan. Why all this works? This addresses the deepest objections. Old customers equal durability and reliability. Your product isn't a flash in the pan. Regular customers equal so good they came back. If it was garbage, they wouldn't return. Tricky customers equal you stand behind your product, even when things go wrong, you make it right. An example, old. I bought this course in 2018 when I was just starting out, still using the same frameworks today in my 6-figure business. Regular. I bought the starter package last year, loved it so much, I upgraded to the full system and brought my entire team on board. Tricky. I had issues with the setup at first and reached out to support. They jumped on a call with me same day, walked me through it, and even gave me custom recommendations. That's when I knew this company was legit. Common mistakes here? Being afraid to show the tricky customer story. People actually trust you more when you show you can handle problems. All right, before I show you exactly how to collect and present these stories, I've created a sales story extractor prompt that does the heavy lifting for you. It's a custom AI prompt that helps you extract story elements from your customers' real feedback. Ask the right follow-up questions to get story-based responses, not generic 5-star reviews. Structures their actual words into all 3 story types, and it works even with short, basic testimonials. If you want this prompt for free, click the link in the description. It's yours. No email opt-in, no BS, just grab it. It'll save you hours of trial and error and get you better testimonials starting today. Make sure you grab it at the end of this video because I'm about to show you the secret to making these stories 10 times more powerful, and it has nothing to do with the words. Okay, here's the part that made everything click for me. After testing hundreds of testimonial formats, I realized something. The story matters, but the delivery matters even more. Here's what I mean. You can have the perfect someone like you story, but if it's buried at the bottom of your page in tiny gray text, nobody sees it. The real game changer is placement plus context. I started doing this. Instead of grouping all testimonials in one section, I strategically placed each story type next to the objection it addresses. Here's an example. Worried about price? Put your regular customer story right next to the pricing section. She bought one, came back for 3 more. Worried about results? Put your someone like you story right next to your guarantee. I'm a busy dad and this actually worked. Worried about support? Put your tricky customer next to your FAQ. They fixed my issue same day. This is the epiphany. Sales stories aren't decorations, they're objection destroyers. Every story should preemptively answer a doubt your customer has at the exact moment in their journey. When you place stories strategically like this, your conversions will skyrocket. Same product, same price, just better storytelling. And here's why this works. When you stop treating testimonials like an afterthought and start using them strategically, you remove virtually every objection. The pattern is clear. When you show your customer that people like them, people they respect, and people who had problems all bought from you, you remove virtually every objection. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds great, but I don't have any customers yet. How do I use sales stories if I'm just starting out? Or maybe you're thinking, my customers don't leave detailed testimonials. They just say thanks and disappear. Here's the thing. I had the exact same problem when I started. Here's what you do. If you have no customers yet, use case studies from similar industries. Use your own transformation story. Offer your product for free to 3 to 5 beta users in exchange for detailed feedback. Now, if your customers don't leave good testimonials, you're asking the wrong questions. Instead of, can you leave a review? Ask, what was your situation before using this? What changed after? What would you tell someone who's on the fence? People don't naturally speak in sales stories. You have to extract the story from them. Okay, here's your action plan for this week. Day 1 through 2, audit your current testimonials. Go through your existing testimonials, categorize them. Do you have someone like you stories? Do you have authority stories? Do you have that tricky customer story? You need to identify the gaps. Day 3 through 4, reach out to past customers. Send an email to 5 to 10 past customers. Ask the story extraction questions. Aim to get at least 3 detailed responses. Day 5 through 6, restructure your sales page. Place someone like you stories near your main CTA. Place authority stories near your features and benefits. And place tricky customer stories near your FAQ guarantee. Remove generic great product testimonials immediately. And day 7, test and track. Launch your updated page, track your conversion rate, and compare it to your old rate. Now, here's why this matters for you right now. If you skip this step, you're leaving money on the table. Every day your sales page sits there with weak testimonials. You're losing customers to competitors who understand social proof. But if you implement this, you'll start seeing results within days. Better leads, higher conversions, more revenue. All from the customers you already have. All right, you've got the framework. You know the 3 story types. You know where to place them. You know how to extract them using the prompt you're going to access by clicking in the link in the description right after you finish watching this video. Now, here's the thing. Implementing this stuff is way easier when you're not doing it alone. That's why I built a community of like-minded coaches, consultants, and small business owners who are all mastering these conversion tactics together. Inside, we share real sales page audits and feedback, what's working right now in our businesses, templates, prompts, and frameworks like the one you just learned, and we have accountability to actually implement, not just consume. If you want to join, the link is in the description as well. You'll be surrounded by people who actually get it, people who are implementing, not just watching videos. Whether you join or not, implement this framework. Your customers have incredible stories. Now let them sell for you. Remember at the beginning when I asked which testimonial type do you trust more, someone like you or an expert? Here's the truth. You need both. And you need the tricky customer story too. That's the power of simple sales stories. When you use all 3 strategically, showing people like your customer, people they respect, and even customers who had problems, everything's going to change. You don't need to be a master copywriter. You don't need a $10,000 sales page. You just need to show your customer that people like them, people they respect, and even tricky customers all trust you. Now go collect these stories and watch your conversions soar. See you in the next one.